The 2016 election will mark the first time that millennials make up the largest group of eligible voters.
When you're talking about the Latino vote, you're talking about millennial votes. We are still a very young community. The average age of a Latino is 27.
Every 30 seconds, a Latino turns 18 in the United States. By November of 2016, there will be 12 million Latino millennials eligible to vote, but less than half of them are registered. And in recent elections, only 40% turned out. Here in Chicago, which has one of the largest Latino populations of any metro area, one Latino millennial is changing that narrative. I'm Maria Hinojosa, and this is Humanizing America.
Millennials, we're the largest generation that's ever existed in this country. There's 79 million of us, right? We're the most diverse, and I think it's important that we are talking to each other to make sure that young people are heard in the civic arena and politics.
Tell me a little bit about your own desire to get involved politically.
I was brought into this country as a baby by a single mother who was 17 years old, who came here to strive for what many refer to as the American dream. And in some ways, I think she saw that American dream come to fruition. I was able to do well in school and eventually go into college. And in that moment, I said to myself, I'm going to work to make the lives of people in my community matter. And I really believe that when young people vote, they make their lives matter. Good morning, everybody. My name is Christian Díaz, and I am the Executive Director at Chicago Votes. Our mission is to educate, train, and inspire young people like yourselves to vote. So why do y'all think that our friends sometimes don't vote?
They're scared.
They're scared? So what are they scared of?
That their opinion doesn't matter.
Our fellows are in the classroom once a week, working directly with the Chicago Public School civics curriculum.
The government impacts and influences literally every single part of your life.
Do these millennials stop to listen?
Absolutely. In the last 3 years, we've registered over 20,000 young people to vote. So those of you who are going to be 18 by November should definitely register to vote today. It's a really exciting time for y'all. There is some pushback. Why does my vote doesn't matter? How is one vote going to change anything?
What's your response at that moment?
I don't say, hey, did you know we're a swing vote and that if we voted, we could pretty much decide this election. I say the people who hold office, who are in power, often make decisions that can have an impact in our communities. And if you're not actively participating in that process, then how are your values being represented or manifested in government? We're going to actually talk about the voter registration form and how to properly fill that out.
So number one, are you a citizen of the United States of America? If you are, check yes.
Do you believe that the Latino millennial vote can be energized for 2016?
I believe Latinos can come out to vote if we are organizing ourselves, if we're out there sharing our stories. We're often categorized as a single issue voting bloc, that immigration reform is the only thing that we care about, when in reality we're much more complex than that. We care about the things that other folks care about. We want to have good schools, access to health care, access to jobs. We want college to be affordable. People in power who are making decisions about how we spend resources or use resources have to take you into consideration, right? Because they need you in order to keep the job that they have. The possibility of living in a more just and equitable city, state, country is there when we vote together. That's a lot of power.